Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we're going to be talking about a few art style choices such as chibis in the new remakes. We're talking about the Generation 4 remakes today. And all jokes aside though, we're going to be discussing that, Pokemon Legends Arceus, and Platinum. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and get the video started. Okay, so starting off in the video, my thoughts on the remakes of Diamond and Pearl, and talking about how they decided to go about it and the art direction they chose for these games. So a little history for those who don't know. The original Diamond and Pearl were released in Japan on September 28, 2006, while the North American, Europe, and Australian version released on April 20th, 2007. And with that, brought us one of the most, if not the best Pokemon generations we've ever had to date. And with these remakes, it gives the people of the older generation like me a chance to play the games in a new light, while also giving the newer generation who haven't experienced the originals a chance to play them with presumably tighter mechanics and in 3D. Now, we haven't gotten tons of details regarding the remakes yet, but with the information that they have released to the public, it seems that these are going to be faithful remakes, meaning that they're not going to be, all updated like Hoenn was, but they're going to be exactly like the originals were, but with tighter, mechanics, graphics, etc. With all that being said, people are worried for the games, and some people aren't even willing to buy the games if that's all they're planning to do with them. With Hoenn being the previous game that was remade, and it being remade with the Gen 6 engine, it came with a lot of cool mechanics such as Mega Evolution, and the graphics actually sharing Gen 6's, So I can see why people had their hopes up for the Gen 4 remakes. People thought they would do the same, but with Gen 8s, because Generation 4 is being remade in the Generation 8. Unfortunately, that isn't the case, but I don't think what we got is as bad as people's first impressions might have you believe. The animation style they've chosen is the original animation for Pokemon that they had from 1996 to 2013. 17 years of chibi sprites, and now people act like it's a bad thing. I don't really understand all the hate towards the style. I mean, yeah, I can understand what the expectations were considering I had the same, expecting it to be within Gen 8's art style, but having a faithful remake in terms of the original chibis poses no real problems to me. Now, the real problem comes in if there's nothing new of substance at all, or better yet, leaving out the Battle Frontier again. Now, in Generation 3, they left out the Battle Frontier, and Masuda's reasoning for it was something along the lines of, people don't really have time for challenging things anymore, so we're just not even going to bother adding it, which is a very lame excuse because everybody loved the Battle Frontier in Generation 3 and in Generation 4, so if they're to leave out, the Battle Frontier again in Generation 4, that's probably going to hurt the games, but, we don't have anything to really go off of yet, and other than the faithful remakes remark, that we don't have anything until further notice, so this is really all we have to go off of. Hopefully they bring back Mega Evolutions as well as the Battle Frontier, but yeah guys, so now I'm just gonna give my raw opinion on the video, the remakes coming out. So yeah guys, let's just go ahead and get into that. So it was the early hours of 8 a.m. and I just got off of work maybe around 2 a.m. so I've been up all night. And I'm trying to go to sleep, man. I'm trying to go to sleep. And then I remember, I was like, oh yeah, there's a Pokemon Presents. So, I set the alarm for 8 a.m. or 7 a.m., 7:30, whatever. I'm up, and when I see the first part of the trailer, part of the Pokemon Presents, I was just kind of like, it's whatever. They were like going back all the way like to 1996 up to today, and I was just like, it's cool, all the stuff you released, but come on, you know what we're here for. So the first announcement, when they started going back in time, like with the from 2017 is when Sword and Shield came out, 2018, I don't even remember when those two games came out, but from whenever they came out to 2007, and as soon as it stopped on 2007, I already knew what it was. And then we saw the chibi art style. And when I first saw it, I didn't really care. I still don't really care. It does make the game look a bit more kiddish than I guess Pokemon used to look, but overall it's not a really big deal, and people are really like crying about it. They're like, we wanted it to look like, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire at least. And it's just like, come on, you can't have your expectations this high. And then on top of that, we got the Pokemon Legends Arceus announcement, which I'm going to talk about later in the video, but you know, just thought I'd throw that out there. But when I first saw this trailer, it looks amazing. The game looks super polished. It just looks fun. It just looks fun to explore the Sinnoh region again. And even in Animal Crossing New Horizons, I named my island Sinnoh. A little history with me and Sinnoh. I played the game Platinum when I was younger because I was a shitty kid, but I would steal my friends' DS's and their games and play them at my house. And as shitty as that was, I never managed to steal a charger from any of them. So I would only be able to play the game for like 4 hours and then, you know, not play. You know, I no excuses, but I didn't really have a lot of games growing up. So I thought, let me just steal them. I've stolen a lot of DS's throughout the years, but I was young. I was like 14, 15. I'm 23 now. So we're all good in the hood. No, but honestly, guys, this is just super exciting, and presumably they're coming out later this year, later in like November, October, around that time. And you know, it's not presumably, they said later this year, but people are speculating November, October, around there. So that's really my, you know, first impressions of it. They haven't really shown much. They're still using the models from Pokemon Y, X and Y from 2013, which I don't really understand, but it's not Game Freak making the games. It's Ilaika or something like that. So it's a third-party developer, but they made Link's Awakening remake, and that was a pretty good game. People are saying. I don't really play the old Legend of Zelda games, but yeah, guys, that's just my first impressions of it and everything. So yeah, without further ado, we're actually going to go into the next topic, which is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Getting into Pokemon Legends Arceus, this is the most ambitious I've seen Pokemon try to beat in a while. Now, every new generation we get a new gimmick, which is either Mega Evolution or Z moves or Dynamax, Gigantamaxing. It's always something gimmicky. It's a new gimmick every time. A fan favorite one was Mega Evolution, but they took it out for an unknown reason. I don't know why they took it out. Everyone liked it, and you know, a big thing that they were saying for Mega Evolution was something along the lines of, you know, it's too busted, it's too overpowered or whatever. But then they put in Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing, which is inherently more broken than Mega Evolution. And they decided, you know, whatever. But anyway, that's not here or there. We're talking about this new game. This tends to look more like Zelda Breath of the Wild in terms of graphics, but as I stated previously, this is the most ambitious I've seen Pokemon try to beat in a while. Hopefully with this game, as you can see in the background, they do still have the models from 2013's, you know, Pokemon X and Y, but honestly, I think that they will change this. I mean, as you see with Cyndaquil right there, he has fire, or she has fire coming out at all times from their back, instead of it just being, you know, bare until they use a fire move. So that could be something that they're willing to look into. Hopefully they change some models around, because honestly, I'm tired of seeing the same damn models from 2013's X and Y. We are what, 9 or my mouth was off there. We are 8 years later, you know, in November it'll be 8 years from those games, and we're still using the same models. And it's just, it's overall whatever, but it's the principle more than anything. Like how with in Sword and Shield, they said that they were redoing the models from scratch when they didn't do them from scratch at all, and there's tons of proof out there. A YouTuber that goes by Distant Kingdom has done a ton of videos on the animation, so if you guys want to, go check him out, and he explains it a lot better than I ever could. But just the animations, they gotta get updated, but hopefully they do something like that. Something I really want to see, and something that another YouTuber said, I can't remember the YouTuber's name, is he said that he would like it to where the Pokemon are like in their natural habitats, right? You don't want to see a Budew be in somewhere where there's a whole bunch of snow. Or, you know, you don't want to see an Abomasnow in a wooded area where there's no, you know, snow, or out in the desert. I don't know. This is ancient Sinnoh, so I don't know if there were deserts, but you know, that would just kind of ruin the immersion. And hopefully this game is as close to a real life Pokemon game we could have, but with that comes a bit of discrepancies. For starters, the whole plot of this game is that we are creating the first Sinnoh Pokédex, which is kind of odd. I mean, there has to be some type of lost facts, considering that there's Pokemon like Oshawott in Sinnoh, but then in the original Generation 4 games, Oshawott's nowhere to be found. It's a Generation 5 Pokemon. And, you know, just stuff like that doesn't really make sense. Alongside that, being that the only fact that we have right now is that we are going on a journey to fill up the first Sinnoh Pokédex. But they also state that in the Japanese translations is that there's no such thing as Pokemon trainers. This is before the idea that something like a Pokemon trainer could ever be. But yet we're still given a starter? So maybe it's just to help protect us. We're not supposed to be, quote, be a Pokemon trainer, Pokemon master. You know, there's no Elite Four or anything. So maybe this is gonna be kind of into that. Kind of like with Sun and Moon. In Sun and Moon, there was no such thing as a Pokemon League, the Elite Four, nothing. But at the very end, we were there during the first instance of Alola ever having a Elite Four. So maybe it'll be something like that. We'll get there, and maybe we'll just be the champion. Maybe we'll just inherently be the champion and fight other challengers instead of actually, you know, them creating the Sinnoh people or whatever, creating their own Elite Four. You know, there's tons of speculation to go off on this newer game. That we have no real facts about this game other than it's supposedly supposed to be an action RPG, and that's really it. But hopefully there are other trainer battles, there are trainers, there are somewhat gyms or whatever they would have back then. Hopefully there's something like that, because if we're just going around catching Pokemon the whole time, the game's just going to be boring. I could just go play Pokemon Go if that's the case, or I could just, you know, play the Sinnoh remakes, or I could play older games, anything like that. If this is just a Pokemon catching simulator, that's going to be highly disappointing. I doubt that's what they're doing, but if that's what they're trying to do here, it's going to be a bit frustrating. So at the beginning of the video, I did state that I was going to also be talking about Pokemon Platinum. Now, spoiler alert, I'm not going to be talking about Pokemon Platinum. I'm actually going to do a video next Wednesday fully discussing Pokemon Platinum, the plot of it, and why I love the game so much. I recently bought it, and I've been playing it on my 3DS non-stop. I'm on like Gym 3, almost Gym 4. Oh no, I'm on the 4th gym. And yeah, I'm just playing through it. My team so far is the HM Slave Bidoof. I have a Groudon level 30, a Luxray level 30, a Staravia level 28, and I have another Pokemon. Oh, Floatzel level 29, I think. So that's my team so far. I'm going to be playing through Platinum, as I just said. And at the end of it, which I will probably, you know, beat within this week, I'm going to make a detailed video about, you know, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, everything like that for Platinum. And I guess this video was really just an opinionated video on the recent remakes and everything. Now, this would be a video I would normally post on a regular day and not a Wednesday, but I feel like I talked mostly about things I should have, rather than just a quick opinion. I feel like I went a little in depth. I actually wrote a script out for the first part of this video today, and the Arceus one was just kind of off the top of my head because I don't know too much about it, so I was like, I'll just give my raw opinion on it and everything like that. But, you know, next Wednesday is going to be my Platinum video. I adore that game to death. The last time I played it was like in 2013, 8 years ago, so I had to do some refreshing my mind. It's really interesting so far, and like I said, I haven't played it in so long, so it's just good to just sit down, just enjoy the game. Now, for those of you who stayed through the video and my rambling about this, thank you very much, and I highly appreciate it. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the scripted part, you guys could probably tell, and then the raw opinion part of the video. And honestly, this was a really fun video to make. This video is a few days spread out. That's why I have a script for one part and not a script for the other. And stuff like that. So anyway, you guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. And leave a like if you did, and subscribe if you did even more. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.